Hello and welcome to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to draw an eye. So the first thing you want to do is draw an almond shape. So the shape will be at its widest in the middle, and then the two ends would join and become more narrow on the left and the right side. So next you want to draw as best as you can a circle, try to do a perfect circle. It's hard, but I draw above and below the almond shape just to help me get a better circle. Don't worry about these lines. The lines that are above the almond shape, will be rubbing them out later. Next, you want to draw a smaller circle in that as best as you can for the pupil. And then make sure you leave a gap for the highlights. I like to draw in a light marking of where the highlights are going to be. After that, you just need to add a line at the top for the eyelid, and then a few light lines at the bottom for the creases in the skin. Next, I'm just going over the lines and making them darker and more refined, and adding shading to most outer bits of the eye. I've gone ahead and rubbed out the extra lines, and then I'm adding these darker lines in the iris. Lighter strokes but longer, just to blend in. Then I go ahead and I lightly shade in the rest of the iris. I'm just redefining the top line because I think I drew it slightly too high, so just redefining that and adding more shadow with the creases and making the outer part of the iris darker, because with the reference photo I was using, that's what I could see. I'm adding very light strokes to the highlight section because the highlight section in this eye is not completely white, and then I'm adding these lines around the iris because there's the reflection of the eyelashes. I then go ahead and use a kneadable eraser just to pick up a bit of pigment so that it's not as dark as it was. Then I go ahead and redefine the pupil and make it a bit darker and make the highlight a bit more precise and detailed. The key with this is just to keep going backwards and forwards and making bits lighter, making bits darker, adding more texture, adding more shading, and just taking your time. That is the best thing you can do. And you know, if your first drawing is not that great, don't worry, just go ahead and draw another one, and with each drawing you do, you'll get a bit better each time. Now the next bit is my favorite bit, where I'm doing the lashes. I'm doing upward strokes for the top lashes and then downward strokes for the bottom lashes, and I'm trying to make it look 3D as possible, so I'm trying to give them a curve and not flat. I then go ahead and add little baby lashes as well, and sometimes in the opposite direction, just to make it a bit more realistic. And now we are just shading the white of the eye, because the eye lid creates a shadow on the top. And because your eye is obviously inside your skin, so it gives it a bit of depth. And the white of the eye is not necessarily full on white. It does have like a bit of grey and a bit of shadow in there. So it's important just to add those to make it more realistic. You can also add shadow on the bottom of the eye and eyelid just to make it more realistic. I'm darkening the sections that need darkening. So adding more lines makes things more detailed, but then also makes them darker. So just be careful with that. Some sections you want them to be detailed, but not necessarily too dark, so don't press too hard. Here I'm just trying to make the highlight look like it's a part of the eye, because it was looking a bit separate. Here I'm adding a few lines, like creases that were inside the eye in the reference photo I was drawing from. Here I'm adding shading to the eyelid crease. I then go ahead and use my finger just to blend out the sections to make the dark and light shading smoother and to have mid-tones and not just all dark and light. This is the finished product. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram. Link is in the description. Thanks.